later. So if our participants have questions, you may ask them. Let's go to our next speaker. Our next speaker is an ESL teacher and head of the library at the Svai Riang University, SRU. He received his Master of Education in English and Master of Social Science and Law in Political Science. He has been trained for 2 years at Pedagogy School and another year at National Institute of Education, Phnom Penh, Cambodia. At present, he is a PhD candidate at the College of Education at the University of Cambodia in Educational Science, conducting research on factors affecting job satisfaction of academic staff at Cambodian higher education and a case study of women in politics in Cambodia. Mr. Dina is playing an active role in the CALOHEA in SIG teacher education of SRU. Please welcome Mr. Pen Dina, Svai Riang University, Cambodia. Sir.
Hello. Okay. Kamusta? Yeah, thank you very much, and it's my pleasure. Very good morning. Okay, so welcome. Then this is my university, Svai Riang University, Cambodia. But Svai means mango. Yes. It's okay. Yeah, thank you. So I'm responsible here for the RM2 and RM3. So the RM2 and 3 is a lot discussed from previous speaker and Dr. Robert as well. So again, I just give the overview of the RM2 and RM3 and a bit example of what we have implemented at our institution. So the installment of the Okay, so the DOM2 is focus. We focus and we use tool 1, tool 3, tool 3, and 4. So tool 1 is about the desktop estimation, academic holistic perspective. We want to find out the time spent teaching and learning. So in here we have to decide which program we're gonna use in the desktop estimation. And for us, we have selected one. Okay, so yes, we want to find out how many hours do the student need to spend learning in order to successfully complete each program component. For example, attending in the class, doing require reading, complete assignment, provide or individual or peers, preparing assessment and also taking assessment. And then we have to select one of the program from the faculties of arts, humanity, and foreign languages. And this is the whole program from year 1 to year 4 and 8 semesters. And then we have to choose one of these in order to conduct the next tool. So tool 1 is to decide which of the program we're gonna use for desktop estimation and who should answer this question. So we conduct this with the academic staff. Yeah, this is for our tool 2. In RM2, we call it end of semester questionnaire. So we have to select one of the semesters in the whole program. So for my institution, we select the semester 7, and we have 4 subjects to consult. So we have the questionnaire template for Annex 1 for the academic staff and Annex 2 for the students. So that is example, but it's a bit small. Yes, and this is the tool 3 that has just been completed. It's called diary and logbook, and we have to follow the 6 steps in order to complete the diary and the logbook, which we have to choose at least 2 units or subjects among the program, and we have to conduct in 3 weeks between December 2022 to end of April 2023, and we have completed, but a bit late to submit the report to the project. So after we have chosen the courses, we have chosen the time frame, and then we have to decide how we gonna give the student the assignment in one of that subject, but we have to choose 2 at least. So we assign the student to do a assignment, and the academic staff have to list down all the activities that students need to do for the assignment. And after we have designed this list for the students, we come to the student and we share with them how we gonna collect the information from them. So we share with them, and finally we introduce the exercise. And this is the table that we provide it to the student. First, we provide to the academic staff for their estimated we calculate in the minutes. So the academic staff have to list down all the activities that the student have to complete the assignment, and they calculate, estimate it in the minute, and then we submit this to the student to collect the data from the student. Then the student have to give the same, responding the same to those, and how long they spend for the assignment, so we can compare it. And finally we got the result, and we go back to the students and we discuss with them the time difference with the student. And finally we go to the CALOHEA team in order to do the reflection, responding to the questions, and finally we prepare the report. Yeah, and this is for tool 4. It's called focus group discussion. We get started after we end the tool 3 diary or logbook, starting from end of April to end of May. So we have 1 month to complete the focus group. So here I just say, what is focus group? Yeah, I'm sure Professor Doctor and ladies and gentlemen here know it quite well, so I don't want to go to definition. So why it is useful in the CALOHEA line 2 or RM2? It is the group dialogue that we want to enrich the information, adding up to tool 1 desktop estimation, tool 2 end of semester questionnaire, and tool 3 that I have just explained. So we want to bring the information directly from the students, and what we have to do is the time frame that I have already mentioned, and out of there we have to choose between 6 to 10 students to do focus group, and the person who implement are from the CALOHEA team, institutional team. One is a facilitator, and the other one is a note taker. So we have to run the focus group discussion with among 6 to 10 students. But personally, I decided 8 students. We have a rank already, but we haven't started yet. So, and we have to ask the student to write the consent form. So we have already prepared the template, but after going back from the Philippines, I'm going to conduct the focus group. Yeah, this is for the step that we have conduct with the focus group from step 1 to step 6. But briefly again, we chose 2 of us to conduct it, and we have to design how many students, and then the time frame, and we introduce the student. Yeah. Okay. Go to the ORM3 about the authentic assessment. So authentic assessment, the purpose is to engage different stakeholders. We want to engage different stakeholders in order to coordinate or continue efforts, implement the authentic assessment. So yeah, what make authentic assessment? Just repeated from Dr. Robert. Yes, it is also called a performance-based assessment. And actually, to us, it's new too, because in our program, mostly we conduct a traditional assessment on the paper-based testing, but after participating with the CALOHEA, we found out that it's very helpful. Actually, we have done some of that, but we never particularly call it authentic assessment. To some example, we have the student doing the practicum, going to the field work, role play, and some other practice. And okay. Yeah, I just wanted to add up here for the learning outcomes and program learning outcome. So the students should be able to demonstrate after they finish a period of learning. And then for the program learning outcome, then we want students to be able to demonstrate after they leave the university, that is a realized practice. And okay, here's time frame already presented by many other presenters. So what do we need from the academic staff? We conduct the consultation from the academic staff, and we want to find out how familiar are academic staffs beyond the institutional team, and do any of them already apply authentic assessment, and then the result we got is that majority of them feel familiar with the authentic assessment, but they rarely know it is the authentic assessment, but they have applied as I mentioned it, and a lot of them like a student to do presentation, but in real they don't have the rubric. So personally to my subject, I have just set up the rubric in order to assess the student on the authentic assessment, and I have presented in the fourth national meeting in Cambodia in Phnom Penh, and I got the feedback from Dr. Lynette. Still thanks Dr. Lynette for her comment and feedback on my rubric. Yeah. Yeah, and here's what we're doing with the consultation with the academic staff. We are doing both online and face-to-face. And also before we conduct it, we have to make a short video introduction, introduce them, but we upload it into the YouTube channel and submit to a stakeholder before they come for an interview face-to-face. Okay, I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Penn.